Good morning, friends, and welcome to another episode of an Inquisitive Crafter. I think this is episode 44. I should have looked at show notes, but I didn't make any, and so I don't remember. But it's episode in the 40s. My name is Susie. I'm coming to you from the Dallas, Texas area, where I am a soon-to-be retired middle school orchestra teacher. And this is my space to talk about my crafting and things that I'm getting up to. So, how are you? It's been a little longer than normal since the last time I saw you. I put out my last podcast late, and like a couple of days late because of some issues trying to find time to film. And so then I didn't put out a regular Wednesday podcast. So it's only been a little bit. Everybody is asleep in my house right now. It is like 7:30 in the morning on Sunday, and I've just gotten back from picking my son up from work. He's a manager at a all-night restaurant. So this is the best time to film because hopefully everybody will stay asleep for about 30 minutes. Okay, let's get into things. I have not finished anything. I have set aside, I did get some comments on my shawl from last week. I was trying to remember the name of it. Now I can't remember. The game day shawl, I think it is. Tournament of Stitches. The Tournament of Stitches shawl from 2019. I have run out of a color, and I was trying to decide what color to add in. And I think there were only 2 comments, but they both suggested I just keep going with the teal that I had shown. Although my other peach color would work. I think I'm gonna do the teal, but I've set that aside because I am in 2 knit-alongs, or a knit-along and a crochet-along, and I'm trying to get these done in the time frame. So the first thing that I am working on is the Float Tote crochet along. This is hosted by Nitty Natty of Love and Stitches, and I have completed. I'm a little late. We've just started clue 2 or week 2, and in week 1 we were supposed to have crocheted 3 cups. I have crocheted 1 and part of 1. This looks a lot bigger. These cups will be yarn ball holders or cake holders, and they will magnet snap into the bottom of a bag so that you can do color work and take all of your knitting with you. I think it's really for knitting color work, but I guess you can crochet color work. But anyway, we'll just say knitting for right now, the universal craft. But you can have up to 3 different skeins of yarn in there, wound up, and then you can float your tote all around the house. That's what I thought the float tote was, is because you can float it from one room to the other. And it's not. It's because it's color work, and color work has floats or yarn that stretches on the back of the work to, and those are called floats. And so it's for a color work, to do color work with floats. I thought that was funny. For several years I thought it just meant to float it from one place to the other. Anyway, I went to Joann's this week to say farewell, and I bought 3 skeins of this cotton. Let me see if I have them with the bobby in. Oh, right here. Sugar and cream stripes. This colorway is color number 23143. It has to have a better name than that, does it? Country stripes. Country stripes. So I bought 3 skeins of this, and I have this much left of the 2 skeins, and then I have a 3rd skein I haven't used yet. So I'm gonna do all of my cups with this. Potentially I'm gonna do the bag bottom, or the insert, the tray that these will snap to. I will do that with that cotton, and then I'll use different cotton. I just have it in my house to make the bag. And I've always wanted to make one of these bags. I actually have owned the patterns. I think I own the float tote and the mini float tote pattern, and I just never have made it. But I thought this would be perfect time. We had Star Test Day 1 this past week, and I did do some crocheting of this one during that test, but I thought I'd get more done, and I did not. That's okay. Oh, it's the same size. So that is my float tote. Oh, I've also been working on my I think it's Natalie's Summer Sun Hat by Donna Rivera, it'll be in my show notes below when you click on more. This is not working out. I have made so many of these hats, and I thought I knew what I was doing. So this is made with a J hook, a size J. I think that's a 6mm hook. I'm using a sparkle cotton yarn and then just regular black cotton. And it's a bucket hat. Let me show you what it looks like. I'm sorry. Okay, I switched to an H. I did some of the rounds of my brim with the J, and then I switched to an H because that's going to make it curve up. And it's not brimming. You can't see in this lighting. I don't have an overhead light on, but it just looks like a flapper straight down hat. So I might possibly rip out the brim and keep going with the J for longer. And I have a hat that is exactly like what I want it to look like, and I'm gonna go get that and then see if I can figure out what I did with that. But so I put this on the back burner because I'm irritated at it. It's not working out, shame on it. Coffee break. In my There's No Fun, like no fun mug. And that's a perfect segue to my other work in progress of what I've worked on this week in my Adore Knits gnome bag. This is Adore Knits Splash Pad Party 2021. I am working on the, what is this gnome called? I don't know what it's called, but it's the new Mystery Gnome Along by Schira of Imagine Landscapes. And it is, Professor Fungi. Professor Fungi is the name, and I have completed part 1, which were the bits and bobs, a beard. What else was in there? I don't know, arms, and then I don't know what the other mystery bits are. And now I'm working on part 2. I think we're already on, I've done part 2, and now I'm on part 3. This was part 2, and then continued to part 3, but part 4 is already out. So this, I think, is gonna be the body, and it's got some, you can't see it because of my color choices, but it's got some color work in there that's supposed to resemble a mushroom, like the shading of a mushroom. The colors I am using, I got from Fiber Nymph Dye Works. Can't remember the name of it, but I'll put that below, or maybe on the screen. So there are my 4 colors, and right now I'm working with these 2. So this is the primary, and this is the secondary blippa color. It had an option if you don't want to do the color work. 1, because it's subtle. 2, because maybe it's fussy. And where you just do plain stockinette. And I was gonna do that. And then I thought, you know what? It doesn't matter that I'm behind. I don't care. I can do this. And it is easy. It's easy. So, and I want more tips on color work, and she gives some great tips. She has great videos, and she gives good tips on color work. If you hear clicking in the background, I have my coffee bar has bifold doors, and one is angry at being open, so it's clicking shut slowly. It's okay. Something will sing pretty soon. Okay, that is it for my works in progress. Did I say I have no finished knitting or crocheting? Nothing finished, but I do have some incoming. I went to Joann's. I bought several skeins of yarn that I do not need. They had nothing. It was so sad. It did not look like what I remember. Truthfully, our Joann's moved to a different site a couple years ago, and a bigger site, and they changed it up. The yarn wall area just doesn't. I miss my old Joann's, which was smaller. So it hasn't been the same for me for a while, but it kind of looked like a toy store. Like they had a bunch of toys in there they were trying to sell, and the sales weren't good. And the yarn wall, they have a big yarn wall in the back, and it was all just red heart, which may have been what it always was, but there not very many colors left. And then they didn't have many colors of anything left. But I bought some random skeins like to make future blankets with, but since I don't have a plan, I'm not going to show them. Well, I also don't have a plan for this yarn, but my daughter was with me. We are bad together. We should never shop together. We just instigate stuff. But I brought this Juicy Couture Luxe Velour XL in lipstick pink. And my daughter's brand color, she says, is pink. And this will be perfect for her as a hat. I'm picturing hat. I'm picturing I don't know, a muff. Do you wear a muff anymore? I'm picturing something. So I bought 3 skeins of this because I will make her something out of this, and it's super soft. Be a good pillow maybe. But I want a hat. And then I ordered from Suburban Stitcher. Diane Brown had her birthday kit, and I ordered the kit. It came, sorry for the crinkling. I ordered it because the colorway inspiration was an oil slick with like the gray and then the rainbow, you know, like when you see in an oil slick. And I've always liked the look of that. So let me show you the goodies first. Well, it came with some stitch markers. Diane likes very shiny things. She's a little bougie, I think. It came with a pattern, shiny happy birthday cowl. I tried to download it when I got it, and it said the download was available, but I wasn't able to get it, so I'm gonna try again this weekend. I tried last week. And then here is shiny happy birthday sock set. That's the label. So this is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and there's the oil slick color and 2 minis. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. It'll probably be socks. Oh, I guess I'd make the cowl. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm making the cowl. I'll make the cowl with this. So. Maybe in my birthday month, which is June, maybe that's when I'll do that. And then my last Inquisition is Yarnable for April. So this month in one other month, I did not get, it usually comes with a card that gives you a discount code on yarn from Hypnotic Yarn. It gives you information on the goodies that you got and the inspiration, and it didn't come. So here's my bag. Always comes with a little Ziploc bag. And in it, there are 3 macaron, like stitch marker holders. I don't know what else you would do with these. So there are 3 of those. Put that in there. There is macaron puzzle erasers, half dozen, vanilla scented. So, oh, that was cute. These are made for Yarnable. Apparently they had the Yarnable label on them, but I tore it off. And it also came with Le Bonbon Patisserie pastel highlighters. So my daughter loves all things macaron, and so I thought I'd give her these. Maybe I'll save one for me, but I'll probably give her all of those, and then I'll give her the puzzle erasers too. She will think that's cute, but I'm gonna keep the highlighters, I think, because I love a good highlighter. And then the yarn. So I get, you get several options with the, oops, sorry, I kicked the camera. You get several options with the Yarnable subscription. It's a subscription. You can get just like the no frills version, which is just the yarn. You can get sock weight yarn, 1 or 2 skeins. You can get DK weight yarn, 1 or 2 skeins. You can get the skeins with a coordinating mini. So I get the DK, I get the, so I get the DK weight with the coordinating mini, and here's the mini. Is so beautiful. It's called Dragon Fruit. Oh my gosh. Is that not the most perfect purple? Like, that's stunning. And I've been getting frustrated with Yarnable because I hardly ever think that the mini skeins go with the yarn. And this time it will go with the yarn, but I don't know if I'm going to use it because with the yarn, because I get DK weight, and that's perfect for the doodles that Pacific Knit Co makes, and that would be a stunning doodle color. The white threads are from the linen bag that the yarn comes in. And here is the colorway. So the inspiration was, oh, it's written in such a light color. Guava cream macaron. Look at that. This is a beautiful color. This is a Rebecca color. My buddy Rebecca loves this color. So I'm definitely gonna make probably slippers out of this. So pretty. And here they are together. So that's acceptable together. I think. So soft, so soft. This is their Plush DK 8515 Superwash Merino and Nylon. It's nice yarn, really nice yarn. So love it, love it, love it. Beautiful colors for April. The macaron theme was extra funny because we went and visited my daughter at school. She is in choir at her university, and they had a concert. And so we went on Friday, my husband and I took the day off of work. So good. And we drove to Tyler, which is where she is, and that's like an hour and 45 minutes away. Oh, sorry, my clock's going. Coffee break. Apparently it's only 1 o'clock in the morning, but it's not. It's 7:45. we stayed the night there. So we saw the concert, stayed the night, and then came back the next day. And we go to this coffee shop, this French coffee shop, and they sell macarons, and she always gets a little box of them, and she loves them. My daughter does. But I wanted to tell you about the concert. So they were singing the Duraflay Requiem, and it is a beautiful choral piece. A requiem is the Mass of the Dead. They had it all memorized. It was really beautiful. And my husband has played Duraflay Requiem, so he was very interested in this. And it's not my favorite Requiem. We're both music majors. It's not my favorite Requiem, but I do like some of the movements of it because we use those melodies at church. So it was the last part of the Requiem, the In Paradisium, which is the angels will take you to paradise, and the lights go out. Only there are running lights at the bottom of the stage, so those are on. So there's a little bit of light. Nobody moves. The kids keep singing. It's gorgeous. And then the lights come back on for like their last 3 words. And then they're doing this hum thing at the end to end the last word. And there's that pregnant pause right before you start applauding because it's so beautiful. And then all the tornado sirens start going off because there's a tornado. But we were already in the tornado shelter area. So everybody just stayed in the auditorium. And we waited like 30 minutes for the tornado to hop over our town that we were in. So everybody was okay, but it was just a funny situation. A little bit scary, but mostly beautiful. I just didn't expect that. So I thought that was kind of funny. And then what was the other thing I was going to tell you? There's one more thing. Oh, last night we celebrated my oldest son's birthday and my niece's birthday at my parents' house and had a good time and came home. And my husband and I were going to watch a movie, and my oldest son was going to take a shower and go to bed. And he calls out of the bathroom, emergency. And he sounds like something horrible is happening. And I go in there and he's holding the faucet handle on the sink. Oh, there's my cat Stormy. And water is shooting out of the faucet, like shooting out the top of the handle because he's broken the handle off. It's like, and then when he holds the handle on, it's shooting outward and shooting backwards, and it's dripping all over the floor. Our sink doesn't drain super well, so it's filling up faster than the sink can drain. So we're shoveling water from a cup into the toilet. We can't shut the water off in the house because the knobs on the sink are rusted. And our house was built in the 80s and we still haven't replaced everything in it. And I said, we got to shut it off at the street level. We got to shut it off in the street. And my husband says, we don't have that tool. So we're just struggling. Call a plumber. He's 10 minutes out. Water's going everywhere. We just got floors in last year. I didn't want to ruin the floors. So finally, my son runs out to the street with a wrench and figures out how to turn the water off. It turns out it's pretty easy. You don't have to have a special tool, just a wrench. Who knew? And I'm sure you did. And then the plumber came, and $595 later, we got new shut-off valves under the sink. It was very humorous viewing it at a distance, but very wet in the moment. So those were our exciting things. All right. I think I'm going to end it here. Last week, since I didn't podcast on the weekend like I normally do, I hunkered down and just knit. I worked on the gnome, and it was very enjoyable to have a long period of time where I was sitting and knitting. So I'm hoping to get some of that today. We've already gone to the grocery store. Usually we go on Sundays, but we went yesterday, and that's amazing. So I have nowhere I have to be today, so maybe we'll have time to do some cleaning, which is good. I feel like I just have limited energy right now. I can only do like one thing and then my energy's gone. So hopefully my energy will be devoted to getting some garage cleaned out. But I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you keep learning, keep being inquisitive about crafting, keep reading. Just try and enjoy what you've been given. And I'll talk to you later.